My name is Gallo. Here at Spectra, I teach Power Yoga Flow, level 1 and 2. I also teach HOT as well as Yoga Lift. Before teaching yoga, early on I worked as a civilian on the Marine Corps Air Ground Combat Center in 29 Palms. I worked for the sports department where I helped facilitate sporting events for the Marines that were there on base. We helped get not only the sports that they played, but we helped send them across country to compete against other bases, other military facilities. We also did international competitions working towards Ironman and marathons, and I would do most of the logistics, writing orders and getting their paperwork ready. So it was a nice way to combine the physical portion of working out and sports and put that also with business. So it was a different perspective.
How did you begin teaching yoga?
Well, a long time ago, I have struggled with body images ever since I was very young, poor eating habits. I was always physically active, but not always in the most positive way. So when I came to yoga, it was after the birth of my second child. I had gained quite a bit of weight and was not feeling good about myself. So I came to my mat thinking I was going to get back in shape, and I struggled through it. It was very humbling. I couldn't touch my toes. My body wouldn't do what I wanted it to do. And I didn't look like all the other girls in the class, even though I really thought that's why I came to my mat. It was when I was in Shavasana that I discovered it was about how it made me feel. I felt amazing in my own skin, if even for just a moment. So the very next day I came back to my mat, was there for my first week, 7 days in a row. Then I signed up for a membership, and within 3 months I think I put myself in teacher training just to learn more about the aspects of yoga, just how to get deeper into my own practice. I never thought I would be a yoga instructor ever. Then I did teach my very first class. I remember saying, "Good morning, my name is," and I remember saying namaste at the end and nothing else in between. But then I went from teaching 1 class a week to now I'm up to 15 classes a week, and it has completely changed who I am. But more importantly, it has changed me to realize that it's not about what I look like or the size I am. It was more about how I felt on the inside. It changed. I went there to lose weight for the outside. I stayed for what it did for my inside. And I knew that this was my calling. I had to continue doing this and spread it to others. What I find most rewarding is when I get a student that comes into class and says, "I've never done yoga before. It's been years since I've worked out. I can't do this. I can't do that." And I tell them, you know what? Just try. You're just here to breathe. You're here to be present. And to see the students succeed, even in just the smallest way, makes me feel so proud that they would allow me to share that space with them. They leave class and it's, wow, I can't wait to come back. And then you start to see a progression where they first start and they've got their knee on the ground to help. And then weeks later, their knee is up and now they're in full side plank. Now they're picking up heavier weights. Now they're pushing themselves even harder. And I often get students after class that'll come up and say, "Oh my gosh, I can do this and it's because of you." When in fact, I think the best part for me is sharing with them that I was there to guide, but it was their hard work that did it. They put in that time, that effort, that love, and I was lucky enough to be a part of that. They shared it with me. So I would say that's the most rewarding part of teaching yoga, getting someone on their mat and they learn to believe in themselves and seeing them grow and evolve and, like me, feel comfortable in my own skin, because that's what yoga is supposed to be about. It's not the bendy flexi, it's not about the inversions, it's about getting on your mat and saying, "I'm gonna do this. Today I might be able to, tomorrow I may not, but in the end, I'm present, I'm giving it everything I got," and that's an amazing feeling that only teachers can experience because they feel that energy from their students.
Outside of yoga, what do you do for fun?
I absolutely love to run. I have 2 rescue boxers that require a lot of exercise, so I like to get out and hit the pavement with them. It's a great way to get out of my head. I have 2 kids that I absolutely adore spending time with. We like to go to the beach quite a bit. We like to goof around. I love cooking, and I also am a foodie, so I definitely like to eat.
Favorite restaurants?
Oh, favorite restaurants. Right now, Black Trumpet. I'm really liking that one. And little hole in the wall, taqueria down in Westminster, 2 a.m., best tacos ever.
What's one lesson that you've learned from yoga that you'd like to pass on?
Every day is a new opportunity. There are some days you can hit your mat and you can stick every posture. You can be in scorpion, you can pop up into handstand. Then there's other days you get on your mat and it takes everything you got just to balance on one foot. And that's okay. That's where you're supposed to be for that day. Letting go of the ego and knowing that whatever's going on in your life is taking you to that space, so that it's all about just breathing, being present, and walking away from your mat knowing that every day is an opportunity to grow and learn.